That's right. The Real Clear Vote Nation is about to pop off. Coming live and direct, straight out of the DTX. Here's your host, C.W. Martin. All right, folks. This one's gonna be a good day. This is gonna be a good cast. The cast, the crew, the pods. The world appears to be on fire. But let not your heart be troubled. For Sean Hannity's head of hair is phenomenal. But what say you to those who do not possess the head suit, the Armani head suit that Mr. Hannity possesses? Is it time to become a doomsday prepper? Is it time to get yourself a bomb shelter? I don't know. Or is it time to run down to the local QVC and pick you up some Rogaine? Anyways, we got ourselves a show going on here. We got some news. Let's just hop right into it. Let's get right into it. Let's do it right now. First post of the day, we've got the live podcast. Duh, we're doing that right now. Second, we ask, do most people not know enough about economics and politics to debate democracy? Do you agree or do you disagree? Here at the Real Clear Vote Nation, we've got an 100% agreement on this issue. And the nation has voted and they all agree that most people are not with it. Our civics is not doing a good job. Our education department budgets are getting cut. That's one thing that I think about sometimes. My point is this. Do I hate taxes? Clearly, yes. I don't know many people who love taxes. But let's just say that we had a society where we did produce incredibly well-educated, well-adjusted citizens, and our roads were pristine, and our economy worked, and our defense worked, and there wasn't bureaucratic red tape, and everything seemed to function. There wasn't a whole lot of crime or recidivism. At that point, I'd be much more amenable to pay some tax. But every time I look around, there's fires in the streets, and they still want money. And you go, wait a second, I'm paying how much for this? And we got people we graduate college who can't read. High school can't read. So get to work, people. Let's fix this. So depends on what school of thought you come from when it comes to your society choices. Of course, you got two schools of thought. You have the one side, you have the Thomas Jeffersons, the Thomas Paines of the world, who really believed in the common man. They believed that given the right environment, the right republic, the right ability to retain property rights, the ability to have freedom of speech, the Fourth Amendment, to be free from unreasonable search and seizure, not having soldiers quartered in your house, not having a king basically a society built on meritocracy. They believed that you would have a healthy, functioning ability to understand government. Now, to play devil's advocate, things have become just across the board incredibly more specialized. So, economics in Thomas Jefferson's day have changed significantly with the use of aid of computers and higher math. There are certain things that just the common man, including myself, just does not have the time to invest in. That being said, there's a bare minimum level that apparently we're just not meeting right now. Now, let's discuss the second camp. Second camp is people who do not believe in the common man. They believe that the common man is easily malleable and that he is driven by irrational thought, irrational motivations, and driven by base emotions from the reptilian brain. This camp includes Edward Bernays, a nephew of the great modern founder of psychoanalysis, who is Sigmund Freud, but also includes pretty much all of Madison Avenue and a lot of government today. I would say that most liberal politicians don't put a lot of faith in the common man. That's why they believe in entitlement programs and things designed to give the common man just enough, and they give them what they need to survive, but not the resources to thrive. So, what camp are you in? Clearly, right now we're not doing something right, but I do hold out faith, as did Thomas Jefferson and Paine and all the founding fathers, that the common man can and will do the right thing in the right circumstances. It's a battle out there, good versus evil. Next, let's lighten it up. Should kids have robot companions? So this one talks a little bit about a new toy that it's going to help kids. So very interesting. We've got 100% agreement on yes on this one. Next, the newest diet out there. What do you think about it? How the Mediterranean diet might help your heart. Check it out. Is SAD a real thing? Seasonal affective disorder. Good question. Next, should the U.S. look at Portugal for guidance in the drug war? If you're not familiar, Portugal has legalized almost every drug, and they've seen insanely positive results. So right now, the Midwest is going through a big drug addiction, big drug epidemic, which is primarily in the form of pharmaceutical opiates. You don't see that on the news enough. It's a major unseen epidemic. So yeah, maybe looking at least taking a different, if you know, what's the definition of insanity? We seem to we're good at getting people into jail, but we're not good at preventing them from going back. And it seems like this war on drugs is not doing anything positive. In fact, apparently from what I hear, it's not hard to get drugs in prison. So that doesn't make any sense. Why would we say, oh, we're going to throw you in prison to protect you from this drug, but yet it's widely available where you're in prison? So maybe Portugal has it right. This next question is, do you think it was just drama? It deals with Nick Gordon threatening suicide on Twitter. Not sure about that one. Do you watch American Crime? And this show is interesting. It's been getting a lot of reviews, a lot of headlines. Check it out. See if we got any comments. Not yet. Do you think it's mandatory to have a slim body? Looks like a couple of ladies out there starting to make some waves, including Kelly Clarkson, and discussing fat shaming and whatnot. So it's interesting. Bob Barker funnier than Adam Sandler. Check out this video when you get a chance. Are you a fan of NASCAR? It's the next question. It's a popular sport. They're going into Phoenix this weekend. What do you think about Peyton? Peyton's coming back for an 18th season. You excited? What about this recent trade of LaShawn McCoy up to the Buffalo Bills? That one was a bit of a head scratcher, but hey, Chip Kelly seems to he opened up some cap space, but boy, that LaShawn McCoy is a heck of a player. Heck of a player. Next question. Will Kevin Durant be back soon? Been injured, and he's, the Thunder are hurting without him. They're not doing so hot, but they still, it's what's strange is that even though they're almost near the bottom of the West, they're still favored by Vegas to win the NBA championship. So those odds have a lot to do with Kevin Durant getting back and being healthy. So does Earth have a second moon? Apparently, scientists are now researching some of that very question. Let's actually have a look here. I'm going to play this video here.
Hey guys, Julia here for D News. Seriously, the moon is awesome. It has phases, it makes the tides come and go, plus it's just so freaking pretty. I wouldn't mind another one hanging out in the sky. The more the merrier, right? Wait, what's that you say? We have another moon? Well, not so fast. We actually have a quasi-orbital satellite called 3753 Carina, named for the Celtic people in the British Isles. It's not technically a moon since it's not in orbit around Earth. Just like us, it orbits the sun. It's in orbital resonance with us, which is when two or more bodies get stuck in a gravitational dance with one another. The Earth and Carina are about a 1-to-1 ratio, so our orbits are really similar. At times, it looks like we're playing cat and mouse with each other, except Carina's path follows what's called a horseshoe orbit. To the sun, it looks like a typical elliptical orbit, but to us on Earth,
all right, that's all I need. Looks like there's kind of a second moon. Who would have thunk it? Geeks who drink. There's a trivia question for you there. All right. Will this volcano come out again? Will it rise again? I like that question there. And this is in Chile. Let's have a look at this one too. It's been blocked. Sorry about that. Let's move on here. Answered everyone's question about huge cost for the International Space Station. Got your answer. Let's see.
Contributed data to science, kept 200 souls alive in space, and traveled more than 1.5 billion miles. I think that's pretty good, guys. Let's pack it in. Hey there, spacefarers. Trace here for D News. Thanks for watching. Back in 2010, the U.S. considered abandoning the ISS because of problems with the Russian-made Soyuz launch vehicles, and political fights have caused tension ever since. Russia has just signed on to continue supporting the International Space Station until 2024, rather than building a Russian-only station. The International Space Station is an incredible piece of multinational technology with former nemeses coming together to create this football field-sized scientific space camp. But it's expensive. It's not getting any younger. or cheaper. Plans to build the ISS began in 1993, and it was completed in 2011. It's larger than a 6-bedroom house and weighs almost 1 million pounds. A rotating crew of humans have been sheltered in the station continuously since the year 2000, creating the need for 130 plus launches to build and supply the place. The ISS is the single most expensive man-made object in existence. It cost over $160 billion to date, and the US ponied up $100 billion of that, while Japan, China, Europe, and Russia chipped in for the rest. That is a huge drawback in a lot of people's eyes. Is a 90s era piece of solar-powered science technology worth keeping around? The damn thing was running Windows XP until like 2 years ago, and now it's on Linux. In a word, yes. Although the station is not without its problems, according to one NASA administrator, micrometeoroids and orbital debris are a concern, and the solar arrays already look like a, quote, West Texas stop sign, it is the only microgravity lab that we have. And simply by existing, it's fostering political cooperation between 15 countries and creating jobs the world over. Building the ISS was really hard, and that drove people to invent new technology and create new science. Since the first crew arrived, the ISS has hosted more than 200 people who've completed over 180 spacewalks and 278 research projects comprising 1,000 experiments, each one teaching us about our planet, the life on it, how it all fits together, how our organisms surviving in space, and how they survive here on Earth. Maintaining and supporting these intrepid explorers is great for vocational skills, both at home and abroad. Commercial space alone is said to create nearly 12,000 jobs every year. And space.
So there you go. The International Space Station. We'll have to see how that plays out. Doesn't seem like Russia and the US are exactly on great terms right now. So, all right, let's take a break. I got a tune here by one of my buddies, J.E. So, lighten the mood up a little bit. Dead time. Dead time on the radio. Here we go.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
I was sent to the earth from the ground up. I was raised since birth from the ground up. Everything I do on the surface from the ground up. From the ground up. From the ground up. I get a blessed speculation from yesterday. No congratulations needed, it's just me running away. Mama, they doubt it. Then they put this pressure on my back and find out about me. And use it today to attack me. I wouldn't need you over me. Even if you made it over me, you couldn't see half the things that go through my brain. You'd probably be without a paddle, down shit's creek, or headed down a hill with no skis, or tripping on some pills with a couple drinks. But not J.E. All I need is me. All I need is them I seek, and all I see is green. Those that wanna be only introduce you to my team. I guarantee you'll be the do. Catch the heat. Oh, now, right? Then I'll be slugs, and take away my life. I was sent to the earth from the ground up. I was raised since birth from the ground up. Everything I do on the surface from the ground up. From the ground up. From the ground up. If you beat me to the first, God bless you. Blame it on safety. He was the one that made you special. I know he tries to test you. I'm only human. Understand my heart will be you guessed to. It's almost like it's people viewing. I speak the truth. And you know you cannot prove what I'm speaking and saying. You know I need you insane. So try to play the same game. Can't beat me playing. You get me laying with an understanding of what I'm saying. Look, you'll probably read it in a book. If I come out the window, and even if I come out the room, I gave you my all. I swear to God, I'll never be took, never overlooked. Listen up, it's shook. I always speak the truth on the hook. I'm lying 6 feet deep in a puddle of soot. So what? MVP, no rook. Hardly getting caught like Bigfoot. I surface from the ground up, from the ground up, from the ground up. Watching your business, I'll make you move like this fitness. I grip this microphone, only a couple souls will be able to get this. I'll take a sip of my Guinness, regretless. My mind is in it, forget this uncontrollable amount of grief that makes me reckless for ways and verses. It's just me against the universe, so I burst until I curse. I'm cursed, but it's not the worst of the worst. See, it's the best of the best. Jigga, I'm trying to make it and I'm passing on the test. Rappers, they try to fake it when I'm out southwest. Got Billy the Kid jeans on my team, stay stressed. Keep it doing like beans, so the green comes the best. Wanna flex on the same J.E. never rest. I got a 4-pack, so I fall back on rap. I cover it all like a bald head with a cap. Oh snap, I always keep the beat when I tap. And I got more cheeks than the NYC rap. The earth from the ground up. I was raised in spurt from the ground up. Everything I do on the surface from the ground up. From the ground up. From the ground up.
So you go. That's an old hit by the dude. Good old buddy J.E. All right, next question is finally going to know more about the dwarf planet. Will it find sign of life? Will it find a sign of life down there? Good question.
Asteroids like Ceres may have been the source of water on Earth, but they are especially intrigued by two bright spots in a 92-kilometer wide crater that might be related to previously detected vapor emissions. At the NASA press conference, Deputy Principal Investigator Carol Raymer says Ceres is unique in the solar system.
We will be revealing its true nature as we get closer and closer to the surface. So the mystery will be solved, but it is one that's really got us on the edge of our seats.
Director of NASA's Planetary Science Division, Jim Green, said Dawn is a unique spacecraft.
It has ion engines, and it's the only one that we've ever launched to be able to orbit two bodies, and in this case, Vesta and Ceres.
Ion engines create thrust by releasing charged particles of xenon gas, giving a characteristic bluish glow while slowly accelerating.
Very interesting. Samsung Galaxy S6. Should we upgrade? There's a more practical question. And you know what? I'm going to leave it for there. I'm going to leave it off. It's been good broadcasting to you. And hey, keep on the lookout. We got some great news coming for you tomorrow. I'm going to put those fires out yet again. So, RealClearVote Nation, it's been good. Y'all have a good one.